Hi guys, I know it's been a long time, but welcome back. So today we are on Gran Turismo 7, playing the Dragon Trail something track. It's the backwards version. So yeah, it's the one with the dash chicane and it's the backwards version. We are starting the race on P3 and we'll see how this race develops. I want you to keep an eye on the second guy and the fourth guy on the grid. So this is gonna be a fun race, let's go. As we proceed into the first corner, the guy in P1 just rolls to the left and gives us way, so we are immediately up into P2. So this is our first time through the dash chicane. Hope this goes well, and it doesn't because the guy in first just brakes in the straight where he didn't need to brake, and we go into the back of him, but we're lucky. There isn't much damage on our car. Going through the S's for the first time, I'm trying to settle down, I'm trying to get into grips with the car, so I'm a bit hesitant on the throttle. Nicely through the low speed corner, and we've got only a few corners left before we complete the first lap. Into the last chicane nicely, and we are around a second behind this guy. So we are rounding up the first lap. We are comfortably sitting in P2, which is nice. We have gained the position. We are approaching the dash chicane. This time we are a little more comfortable because we got more room in front of us, more than 135 miles an hour. Now we have gained quite a lot through that section right there. You can see we are much closer to P1 right now. A little mistake on my side, dipping two wheels across the curb. Luckily not on the sand. If I was on the sand, this race would have been over. We are going into the last chicane of the lap. As you can see, I'm behind Combs, and I have Maiko, is that his name? Maiko something. I'm gonna call him Maiko for the rest of this race. Once again, this is one of stronger sections. I pretty much gain on everyone across this section through the dash chicane. Trail braking into this corner. Very important to trail brake and take a late apex through here so you can carry more speed. And the guy in P1 goes into the sand out of nowhere. I don't know what went wrong there, but we're now sitting at P1. We still have Maiko behind us, and Comte is not that far back, so this can go either way. We are about to round up lap 3 and we are leading the race. We have pulled quite a margin to the guy in second, but we got like 7 more laps to go, so this is still definitely on. This first corner is a tricky one. You have to kind of trail brake into it, but not so much. We are putting a gap through this section. This is one of our strong sections. Unfortunately though, this was a mistake again on my side. Luckily keeping it straight on the track, we are facing the right way, but we are overtaken by Maiko and Kont. So the lead is going back and forth between 3 of us. We are still almost on their tail, and we keep fighting. So this is the end of lap 4. We are on the start-finish straight. We'll skip a lap forward. Again, we are rounding up lap 5. Some people will go into the pits, and Maiko goes into the pits. He was on soft tires, so that's good to know. He will put on the mediums and go back on the track. So he'll be on the slower tire. I'm also on the faster tire. When I go into the pits, I'll have to put on the mediums. So we are like on the same strategy. Kont and I are still going. We are prolonging our first stint. And as you can see, these tires don't have much more grip in them. It's sliding all across the place, understeer, oversteer. This lap was a tough lap because especially in these high-speed corners, you can really fear the loss of grip, especially on the front end. You can see I almost got off the track, got on the grass a little bit. Again, you can see here the car just doesn't want to turn. It just understeers like crazy. So this is the lap. We have to pit. We have to get rid of these tires and put on a new, fresh set of mediums. At the end of lap 6, we will go into the pits and we have to put on the medium tires, because if you don't use the medium tires through this race, you get a penalty. I think you also get disqualified or something. So medium tires are our only option. So now we're out of the pits and there's a pile of cars in front of us. Maiko is in first place, but Key and Daniel, Key actually was the pole sitter and I believe he hasn't pitted. So he is actually still on his first stint. And Kont is just right in front of us. Coming through the dead chicane, and we have Maiko, who has actually spun out, was leading the race. Now he is behind us. He is actually in 6th place right now, and 2 guys in front have like, one has like 4 seconds and the other one has like a 3-second penalty. Kont actually has a 3-second penalty, so that will be in our favor. I mean, looking at the end of the race, realistically, Daniel and Kai hasn't pitted yet, and Kont has a 3-second penalty, and he isn't like 5 seconds ahead of me, so if I don't bin this, I should be able to win this one pretty comfortably at the moment. So you can see they are about to slow down for their penalties. Kai will have to serve a 4-second and Kont will have to serve a 3-second penalty. And we almost go into Kont, but we make it through, and Daniel goes into the pits, so that's like a 3 overtakes in a couple of 100 meters. That's quite good actually. Yeah, yay me. So at last we have clean air, going through the death chicane for the 8th time. Gosh, this was scary. I mean, my heart was going crazy going through there. Going nicely through this corner, and Kont actually loses it and bins it. We are comfortably leading this race right now. So we are at the end of lap 9, and I realized that my car isn't gaining speed, and I realized that the brake pedal was actually stuck, and every time I come off the brakes, it actually doesn't come off completely. It's still, you can see it's still braking. I'm actually trying to accelerate and it's still braking on the straight, so every time I come off the brakes I have to like straighten out that pedal so it doesn't brake by itself. And you'll see before starting this lap I had like an 8-second gap to the guy behind me. Now it's like going down. At this moment I'm feeling like that, you know how Lewis Hamilton won that Silverstone Grand Prix with a punctured tire with going on his rims only, and Verstappen was like closing the gap like 10 seconds per 2 corners, something like that. I mean, I'm actually feeling quite like Hamilton on the end of that Silverstone race. So this is like not still over. I mean, fortunately we were on the last lap and the gap was quite big, but it's down to around 3 seconds right now. But we are running out of corners, so I guess we should be safe. Rounding up the last corner, we are on the start-finish straights, going for that checkered flag. Thankfully that malfunction with my pedals didn't jeopardize our race, and going through the checkered flag, I mean, it's been such a long time since I won an online race or raced some race like this, and this felt like really good, guys. Coming back to it, especially on Gran Turismo, you all know it holds a special place in my heart, and winning this race against these guys, this wasn't, I mean, a really high ranked lobby, but it was like B and /A ranked lobby, but it felt good. It felt good coming back to it after a couple years, I guess, and winning a race. It felt good. Thank you guys so much for watching the video and making it to the end. I will try to make videos more regularly, and I will primarily focus on Gran Turismo 7. So I hope to see you again on the next video. Cheers.